Hello and welcome back to another TFT video. I've got a pretty fun gameplay here for you guys today. We're going to be going Cybernetics once again. I think it's still a very strong build, and once you get up to that 6 Cybernetic, it is, I think, a top tier build for set 3. So I've been playing a lot of set 3, and been having a lot of fun, so I can't wait till it actually comes out and the rank season begins, and I can begin the grind. So anyways, without further ado, let's just hop into this video. Thank you, Pass Me, for the intro. And yes, indeed, we are going to be going Cybernetics in this build, and we are going to be getting a Tier 3 Ekko, which I don't think I've ever gotten a Tier 3 5-cost unit before, so this is pretty fun to do, and it's a pretty fun game. So in this game, we do land on the 4-cost board, so the very first carousel has all 4-cost units. So we do pick up a Aurelia with the large rod immediately from the carousel. We don't know exactly where we're going to go right away, but we do pick up a Fiora, so we do have 2 Cybernetics, and we could hit a Leona or Lucian for the 3rd Cybernetic. Early rounds, we do pick up a Tier 2 Jarvan, which Jarvan is a pretty bad unit, in my opinion. So he is better than just a Tier 1, but Cybernetics might even be better than a Tier 2 Jarvan. So here we lose to this Vel'Koz player. A little unfortunate. And we do actually pick up the Tier 2 Malphite as well. So gonna try and use those. We do make an Infinity Edge onto the Aurelia as well. And Aurelia is going to be our carry for the majority of this game going forward. In the early game, we're just going to be looking for whatever units we can pick up. We do get the Leona, so we decide to go for the Cybernetic 3 and take out the Jarvan, because Jarvan is just not particularly useful. We do put the, I don't remember what item was, the item onto the Leona. I think it was a bow, perhaps, onto the Leona, just so that she can get the Cybernetic buff, because we could always just sell her if we need to. And the carousel, the next carousel, has just Giant's Belts, Chain Vests, and Negatron Cloaks. So we do go for the Giant Belt and make a Zezrot portal, which I think Zezrot is a fine item. I think it's better than Titanic Hydra was. So I don't mind using that. Just thought I would use my items earlier rather than later so that we can stay strong. We do sell the Malphite for some Econ and put in the Poppy for the Vanguard buff. And here we're up against a guy that already has a Tier 3 TF, which is insane. That was before Krugs. That's crazy. But anyways, we do still beat him anyways, so it didn't really matter that he had the Tier 3 unit, because he did also have no items on him. So here from the Krugs, we're going to be picking up a Locket, which is interesting. I feel like I hardly ever get full items from creep rounds. I feel like it's just so infrequent. Like, why make it a thing at all if it's going to be so infrequent? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'm fine with it. A free Locket, I will take that for sure. Makes our front line just that much beefier. And we do put onto the Fiora so that she can also utilize the Cybernetic buff. Leveling up here and putting in another Leona. Lots of 1-cost units in right now, but we're still very, very strong. In first place here on a 5-game win streak, and we are able to take this guy out as well, just keeping our win streak. And Aurelia is really carrying us here. We also hit the Tier 2 Lucian and a Vi, so we already have 5 Cybernetics. We just need to hit the Ekko, which eludes me very often, but this game we managed to hit him pretty hard, I would say. Here in the carousel, there are 4 spatulas, which is a lot. I've never seen 4 before, but there you go. So I know I'm going to be able to get some item that I want, which will be the rod. And I think I do make the Rabadon's Death Cap onto the Aurelia. Every single unit now in this set scales with AP in some way. So Rabadon's Death Cap is a very strong item because you can put it on anybody and it will be effective no matter what. We do sell our tier 2 Fiora and put the Locket onto the Vi because we pick up another Fiora, and I'd rather have the Locket on the Vi because she does AoE magic damage, and getting that to be a little bit higher is, I think, more beneficial for the Vi. Absolutely steamrolling these rounds. No one's putting up a fight at all. Still with all these one-cost units, still feeling really good. We level up to level 7. We are feeling really, really good. We haven't even gone past the wolves, and we're already level 7 and have 64 gold. So it's not even like we used all of our gold. So we're in a super, super good position. Probably just going to save up our money for leveling up as well, which actually just forced the level up, and we are already level 8 at round 4-1, which is pretty phenomenal. We do put in the Blitzcrank for the Chrono buff, and I put my items, my singular items, onto both Fiora and Lucian because I really want to keep my win streak. I want to make them as powerful as possible, giving them the cybernetic buff, and that is just what I do. So we're going to roll down a little bit. We do finally get the tier 2 Aurelia, which is super strong. And we're just doing a little bit of repositioning, trying to figure out what we're going to do. Just need to upgrade our Fiora and Blitzcrank with one more unit. Aurelia just one-shots people, especially if she gets the crit off with the Infinity Blade, Infinity Edge. Rolling down, we're looking for an Ekko. We do pick up the Wukong instead of Blitzcrank, which gives us the Vanguard buff and keeps our Chrono buff. And Wukong's just a very strong unit with his ult. Easily take that guy out. Aurelia doing so much damage. Super, super strong. Here we are last pick, and there's not a lot of good items to pick up, but we do decide to go for the Negatron Cloak. For we could either go Bloodthirster or Zephyr. I think I'd go for the Zephyr. It's a pretty good item, especially late game. And we do pick up the Aurelian Soul as well. So Aurelian Soul, I think, is a little bit stronger than Gangplank when they both have no items, because a lot of the times Gangplank just doesn't even get his ult off anyways. But obviously it doesn't even really matter. Ace Hold probably didn't do anything that round. We're just so strong. And I think this also just shows the power of the synergy by itself. We didn't even have 6 cybernetic. We only had 5. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 5 one-cost units in out of 8. And we're still winning these rounds. I don't know. I just think that just shows how absolutely powerful cybernetics are. And then now we have the 6 cybernetic. So we are just so, so strong. Aurelia still carrying us here. Finally made it to the Raptors. And we're just going to be looking for any items that we can complete. Hopefully items that are good for Ekko. To get a tier and a rod, which is okay. Pick up a tier 2 Wukong as well. And we're just going to be high rolling from now on. We're so healthy and we have so much money that it's just too easy to just high roll. Even if we lose a few rounds in a row, we can just roll as much as we can. I do put the rod onto Ekko just so that he can get the cybernetic buff, and Aurelia is still doing most of the damage. Finally pick up the tier 2 Vi, another Thresh as well, tier 2 Fiora finally as well, and we do pick up a second Ekko. We're looking for the tier 2 Thresh so that he can survive longer and ult multiple times to get people off of our bench. And we're going to pick up good champions that we like to have extra. Here I hit 2 Echoes in the same roll, which was crazy. So I've already gotten 5 Echoes. And this is kind of when I realized maybe I can get a tier 3 Ekko, which would be just crazy insane. Winning the rounds, not a problem at all. Ekko's finally doing a bit of damage as well. And here, there's an Ekko on the carousel, and I thought, just going to send it. Even though ZZ Rot is not a great item for Ekko, just going to try and grab him and we now already have 2 tier 2 Echoes. And still so much money left over, and so healthy. It's crazy. This guy is actually super strong. His MF has an Infiltrator buff and a Shojin, so she just can ult almost immediately. So that was the first round we lost since like one of the very first rounds of the game. So now we're kind of realizing, okay, we gotta get a little bit stronger here. So I do take out the Thresh to put in a second Ekko, and I try to move my Fiora into the back line to Zephyr one of this person's carries, but I don't do it quite in time, and we actually end up losing to this guy as well. So as you can see, we've kind of lost a lot of power here, and actually a Rabadon's death cap on the Kayn. So I want to go Spear of Shojin onto an Ekko, but I decided to wait for the Kayn to end. I'm looking for some Nikos, which would be really nice to help complete the Ekko, but unfortunately we don't get any. And I decided to put the Rabadons and sell the Aurelia and make put the Shojin and Infinity Edge onto the other Ekko. So now we have 2 Echoes with 3 items on them. They're just both super strong. And when one ults, the other one ults immediately afterwards. Although we've already killed most of the units anyways, so their ults aren't as effective as they might be. But we are just feeling super, super strong now. This guy is also pretty powerful and almost beats us, but Ekko is able to clean up. And combined total, we're doing like 13,000 damage with our Echoes. Very, very strong. Gonna keep high rolling, keep picking up the units that we need. I'm picking up the Fioras and the Vi's, but I'm realizing that if I have Thresh in, I don't want Thresh to be picking out our bad units off the bench, because that's just kind of a waste of the Thresh ult. Here we're up against the MF guy again, and as you can see, once the MF ults, all of our units are just dead that are underneath that. And the MF is just so powerful. She gets a second ult off almost instantly. Highly unfortunate. Vi, only one left, and we do end up losing that round as well. Keep rolling down, pick up lots of 5 costs. We are level 9, so we are getting 5 costs very, very frequently. We're buying those just so that if Thresh does pull them, they are stronger than other units that are lower cost, that have less impactful ultimates. Ekko's auto attack's doing 1,000 damage to every single unit. Pretty awesome. Although I think we do lose here, unfortunately. But it was pretty close. We still have tons of money, so I know I can always roll down one last time if I need to. And here, I'm trying to figure out what to pick up, and I actually decided to go for the rod so that we can get triple Rabadons onto our Ekko. So he's just doing so much damage. Finally pick up another Ekko, pick up the tier 2 Aurelia, and we pick up a 7th Ekko, or an 8th Ekko actually. So we do manage to get the Zephyr off onto the MF, which is key. If we didn't do that, then I think we definitely would have lost this round, or we definitely would lose this round really hard. Unfortunately, our Ekko with all the Rabadons does not get his ult off, and the MF is able to one-shot everyone. I'm looking here to see how much health that MF has, and she still has so much health, which I think she gets a shield every time she ults, but it's hard to see because of the graphic above. So I do pick up the tier 2 GP, tier 2 Lucian, get the GP upgrade. I'm thinking about buying that, but I'd rather roll down until we get the Ekko. And there we go. We hit the tier 3 Ekko, and unfortunately, I didn't think ahead and put the right items on them, but it is what it is. We do get double Rabadons, Infinity Edge, tier 3 Ekko, and now he's just doing so much damage. We get the Zephyr off onto the MF again. He didn't even move the unit, so nothing really to do there. Once Ekko gets off his ult, he just one-shots every single unit he hits. So if he can get his ult off right away, he could just one-shot literally every unit on the board, and it's just insane. Not a super important item here from the Rift Herald, but it is what it is. We're going to put that onto the Aurelia or the Lucian, one of our Cybernetics that is not using the Cybernetic buff. Ekko jumps off to nobody, doing nothing really. And we are going to pick up some extra ASOLs. And we do get quite a bit of money from the Rift Herald as well. Going to put the Last Whisper onto Aurelia. So now she's extra strong. Doesn't really matter though. She's not our main carry. It is going to be our Ekko that is doing most of the damage. And our GP, actually. We do hit a tier 2 Cho'Gath as well. And then I do decide to sell both the Wukong and Thresh for the GP upgrade, which is pretty nice. GP is a very strong unit here as well. I see where the MF is placed, and I move my Zephyr at the last second and snipe the MF once again, which is what you got to do here. And now our Ekko, once he gets enough mana to ult, which GP already one-shots everyone else, he does finally ult and just deals so much damage, even though he only hit like 3 targets. I don't know. It's so crazy. Tier 3 Ekko, insane. Double Rabadons. So crazy. Super fun game. Glad we could win that one. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Peace.